What is up, guys? Welcome to my next episode, episode 9 already, in my Ipswich Town Road to Glory career mode with myself, the Royal Phantom. Today we have the 4 games of Fleetwood, Port Vale, Burton and Bristol Rovers in no particular order. We've got those 4 games. They're all English League 1. And yeah, let's see how we get on. We are still top of the league, and what can we do today? And we are home against Fleetwood Town for the first game, and yeah, unfortunately the formations didn't really show up for me, so yeah, I think it was pretty much unchanged lineup apart from Bowden being up front for us, being the false 9. Didn't really want to play Bowden. Didn't really want to play Ladpo, should I say. I want to have the extra pace up front, and Jacobs and Ladpo don't provide that, so Bowden, he's in, Harness going in his spot in the left wing, and yeah, we're just going to run that formation for now. It's the same 5-2-3 formation, and yeah, what can we do? So far we've had a few near misses and a few far misses, shall we say, from Bowden. He's missed both of his chances, and when can he get his next chance for us at home? Obviously Davis going to play that nicely into him, and Bowden's going to turn, swivel and shoot and score. Makes Ipswich Town 1, Fleetwood Town 0, and is doing the famous Cristiano Ronaldo celebration with a number 7 shirt. He took it off Wes Burns, as Wes Burns is a more defensive. I say Wes Burns is a defensive-minded player, but he is very quick. His defensive stats are pretty poor, but you know, when we have Connor Chaplin in the wing, you kind of have to play Chaplin up top, but yeah, he's much better attacking, as our goalkeeper comes out to take the ball, but then Rooney somehow gets his head on top of it first. I mean, I'm pretty sure our keeper should have caught that, but yeah, apparently he doesn't, and we're going to have to be wary of those corners in the meantime in the future games, especially with Fleetwood. But yeah, Bowden plays in Chaplin, a nice good through ball, and Chaplin finishes it off. Well, now Harris is out the game. We're going to have to try and get another Golden Boot scorer, Golden Boot winner from this club, because Harris has scored quite a lot. I think he scored like 26, 27 goals, but he is injured now for 3 months, which is going to mean other strikers are going to come up, but I think he is very well clear on the 25 goals. Obviously we can have a look at some point just to see what happens, but yeah, no, Bowden yet again drags his shot, so it's going to be a while until he does become an actual striker. But you know, I think Ladpo will definitely be starting. We'll definitely sub him on at some point. As you see, Fleetwood Town played a good, nice through ball, splits our defence, and then they obviously just go in defensively and crumble. But yeah, Fleetwood Town scores that chance, and yeah, Walton gathers the corner that we've decided to bring him out and put him on the penalty spot just to see what he'd do. Obviously he came for the ball a bit quicker, and then obviously threw it out to Chaplin, which Chaplin had acres of space. Like, literally, with his pace you need to sit deeper and you can't let him run at you, but obviously Fleetwood have let Chaplin run at him, and it is 3-2 on the scoreline for us. And Burns playing a lofted through ball in, and yeah, no one's going to get on the head there, so Fleetwood Town are on the attack, but Dabba wins back possession for Ipswich Town, and now we're just going to play around with it in the opponent's half. And what can Christensen do? Lays it into Kamara. Kamara puts it into Bowden. Bowden puts it in the back of the net. I mean, you can't really fault this guy. He is pretty special. He is, obviously we pre-ordered the game, so we do have that youth talent special bonus that comes into play. So he is our youth talent special. I'm always a bit wary when it comes to those sort of players and what sort of positions you'll get. I mean, I've never had a goalkeeper in that position. It's always been an attacker. I'm just like, well, I want to have a midfielder or a defender that has got the potential to be special, but they've always given me like a striker or a right winger that I've converted into a striker. Doesn't make any sense. I would like a bit of a bit different. Maybe when I start off another save, see what I get. If I get another striker, then, well, obviously we know the game is rigged. But there we go, we have put ourselves 5-2 in front now, and yeah, comfortable margin. Obviously we beat them 8-3 last time out away, and we knew they were going to be dangerous, Fleetwood, if we didn't score our goals. And as we see in the 86th minute, Fleetwood have scored 3 goals yet again. So, you know, just because we score our goals doesn't mean, you know, we're going to win all the time. And Fleetwood Town, that's how it's going to end. 98 minutes in. It's only 3+ minutes, but you know, Chaplin and Bowden with a brace, and Ladpo came on to score his single for the club. And the draw for the Papa John's Trophy 3rd round is against Doncaster. I've had a look in the tables and they are pretty low down. And in the FA Cup, well, we have Aston Villa. That is going to be one fun game. And now going out against Bristol Rovers away at the Den, and yeah, they're going to play a full 3-3 formation against us. Fofana, good player. Gordon, good player. Good track and back that right wing or right back. We're just going to put Tanner in and Ladpo in as well, and otherwise it's just an unchanged lineup, as Burns was a little bit tired. He does play quite a lot of games for us. Whether we look to get a new right wing back that's a bit more defensive solid. Tanner is very good defensively, he's much better than Burns, but his pace isn't that great, so he's not a good attacking wing back. So you never know, if we go into the Championship we may have to look at that. And as well as Leif Davis, he's alright, but he's not the best. But yeah, we'll see about that in future transfer windows. Maybe we'll sign a few more players in January. Who knows, might sell some players in January as well, just to get them off our books, bring back Piggott and then sell him just to get money from Portsmouth. Because I really don't think he's going to be playing for us in the Championship, and I'd rather sell him in January than sell him in the summer transfer window. Just because I don't really want him playing against us, but hey ho, because Ipswich Town strikers usually come up against playing and scoring against us whenever it happens. Obviously Connor Wickham, David McGoldrick, Harris as well. Yeah, they all score against us, and it's not great. It's not great because they know how we play, but obviously we're a different team now. So yeah, we've got a second ahead, and obviously Chaplin has a really long shot, hits it and hopes it, and obviously it was just a bit far over the top. I mean, I would have liked it to go in, have something spectacular to show instead of a near post shot. But Leif Davis obviously plays it straight into Harness. Harness plays a good through ball into Chaplin, and of course Chaplin will slot it away to make it Ipswich Town 3, Bristol Rovers 0. Away form is kicking in to be really good now. Obviously the home form is always the best, but obviously we have lost a few, lost I think 1 game, drew 2 games away, which always seems to be away, never at home. Obviously that might be a little factor for us when we go away. And yeah, Bristol Rovers get 1 back and on the half-time mark. I mean, I would have liked it to gone in at half-time 3-0, but obviously the ref letting them play over the 2 minutes added on for sure, which I know is always annoying when that happens, because the FIFA's just like, hey, let them score at the very end of the half or at the very end of the game, which isn't that great. Obviously Ndaba gets sold, and Jasper comes on the edge of the box. No, not Jasper, it's Finley. Finley comes on the edge of the box and just smashes one into the back of the net to make it Bristol Rovers 3. But that is, no, Bristol Rovers 2. That's how it's going to end. Ipswich Town 3, Bristol Rovers 0. Ladpo, Kamara and Chaplin on the score sheet. And yeah, tough game, but still won the 3 points. And yeah, just going to make a couple of changes into the Port Vale game. Just going to bring Morsey on to play a few games as well. Morsey, really good player, though I don't know if we're going to use him in the Championship. Might just be a good squad rotation for like the Carabao Cup games and the FA Cup games. Whether we buy some more players, like buy some 70 rated players and have Kamara just sit in that sort of role, and you know, we'll have Christensen play out the full game. But if we do have Kamara as a backup, then we might need to buy another centre mid as well. But I think we're pretty much covered on the right wing. and striker is a potential worry as well. But as well as goalkeeper, I mean, we've only got the one. I mean, if he gets injured, we've got Haldaki, that isn't that great either. I think he's like 64 rated, but yeah, that's why we don't really want to play him. But Ladpo plays a nice lofted through ball into Chaplin. Chaplin tries to get it past the keeper, but he comes out for it and smothers the ball, collects it, and clears the ball out for them. And now Port Vale on the attack here. I mean, they're bottom of the league pretty much, and you know, it was a pretty tough game. Port Vale definitely came out of a point to prove, and we really made this game tough for ourselves. Didn't really give us, well, we gave ourselves a lot of opportunities, but we didn't finish the opportunities. Obviously we finished this one because Christensen sees the run of Chaplin on the far post. He thinks, you know, I could probably dink this round the keeper, or you know, in the form that we've had recently, I think it's probably better just to pass it across the side and have an easy goal for Chaplin. So here we have Port Vale kicking us off. Proctor is going to try and find the wide player of Worrell, which Worrell brings it back into the midfield. Obviously, and Dabba and Davis have been caught out on the left side. They've been dragged away too far. And Harrison, as I said, former strikers for Ipswich Town, have come back and scored against us. Another player that used to play for us. I think he played the first season that we came into League One, and obviously we're still here. He's still fighting against us, and yeah, it's very unlucky that all these Ipswich Town strikers score against us. But you know, it is what it is. Ladpo finds the run of Bowden, who comes on for Harness, and Bowden puts it in the back of the net to make it Ipswich Town 2, Port Vale 1. And yeah, Wes Burns giving away the pass and giving away the possession really stupidly there, but Morsey wins it back for us, and then Christensen has a good shot on target, tries to force the save, but it goes wide anyway. And then Burns feeds into Morsey. Morsey just hits the post. I felt my controller vibrate that when it hits the post. It feels so good. The haptic feedback is much nicer than the other feedback that you get. And then Walton, just being the amount of saves Walton's had to make this match is unbelievable, and I'm surprised that we've actually, you know, come away with 3 points at least in this game, as Evans has the last shot of the game as the whistle goes up. But yeah, 95 plus minutes, yeah, 3 points. Very tough game. I thought we were going to come away with 1 point, but yeah, we fought back, got the 3 points that we needed, and got the 3 points that we deserve. And yet again, the formation glitch didn't happen. Morsey coming on to play for Christensen. And yeah, pretty much as an unchanged lineup. Bowden up top. Haven't given that much time to Jacobs lately. I think, as you know, the pace isn't there. We're still trying to play him nicely. But yeah, we may look to play him in the Doncaster game. Probably not the Aston Villa game, because I don't think he'll be doing that great in the FA Cup. But you never know what can happen. But Bowden gets on the score sheet yet again, nice and early for Ipswich Town. And yeah, 1-0, nice and easy. Burton keeper boots it up the pitch, gets it to the attacking line as Keller Dunn slots over the top of the keeper and makes it 1-1. I mean, there's not much we could have done there. We could have closed him down more, but yeah, it's not really going our way at all in this game. I mean, hopefully we can come back. Might need to put the recognised striker on again, recognised Ladpo, number 9. I mean, Bowden, he does great, don't get me wrong, he does finish his chances, but it is nice when you've got the number 9 on the back of his shirt and you know they are sort of, that is their solid position, because Bowden only has the one position. He has the right wing, but yeah, we'll obviously play him wherever we want to play him, and he hasn't dropped in form whenever we put him up in striker. He's still got that +3 in form ability on there, as Burton Albion get an offside flag as they score, and it gets overruled as for an offside, which is quite close. But it's, yeah, I mean, as Curtis gets played in here, he says, nah, didn't really worry about the offside, we'll go again. And in half time we will go in front, and it will be Burton 2, Ipswich Town 1. Not the greatest first half for us at all, so as we start the second half we'll aim to get in goal and get more front opportunities for us as Harness plays a good ball into Bowden. Bowden dummies the defender but also dummies the goal and completely misses the mark. And Wolfton just nicks the ball off enough to get Palmer to intercept and carry it away. And now Christensen lays it into Ladpo, comes on for Bowden. Actually, no, I think he comes on for Harness and then we put Bowden back on the wing. And yeah, Ladpo slots it away to make it Ipswich Town 2, Burton Albion 2. Ball gets pinged around quite a lot here. And yeah, Walton throws it out to Bowden. Bowden sees the run of Ladpo, plays it into him as Ladpo has acres of space, acres of stamina, and is he going to slot it away? Of course he is, no doubt that that is not going to happen. His finishing ability is far beyond the keeper's ability and puts Ipswich Town, I think, is it 4-2 in front now? I mean, I've lost track. No, 3-2. I mean, you know, 4-2 would have been nice because we need that extra goal buffer just to try and keep us ahead and get all 3 points, because we don't really want to come away with a draw against Burton Albion. We do want to stretch our lead just so we can play a few more youth players towards the championship end. And yeah, hopefully, you know, if we do drop some points while playing some youth players, then we do have that security buffer. With the amount of points we've accumulated, it will be nice to get to near enough the end of this season with about 8 games or something like that to play. It will be like 2 episodes and we've already won the league, so for those last few games we can then just, you know, play whoever we want to play and not have to worry about the rating and the performance. But you know, we'll get to that when we get to that. But it is going to end Ipswich Town 4, Burton Albion 2, I think. I mean, they're still on the attack in the 88th minute as Adebayo just literally walks past the defence. Edmondson and Wolfton are like, no, you go too, and yeah, they just don't go, either of them. I mean, if they both went, that would have been great, but they didn't. Neither of them did, so Adebayo just literally just walked straight through and said, thank you very much, I'll take Ipswich Town 4, Burton Albion 2. Christensen lays it into Ladpo slots it away to secure the vital 3 points. But, you know, it's the 93rd minute, even if he missed, we were still going to come home with the 3 points. So, I know these cutscenes are great, but, you know, we were still coming away with the 3 points anyway. And that's how it's going to end. Ipswich Town 5, Burton Albion 0. Bowden, Chaplin and Ladpo getting on the score sheet. So that is how it's going to end, with Ipswich Town on top, 65 points, and Portsmouth now in second place with 57 points. We do have a comfortable 8-point gap, and a further 7-point gap to Charlton below, and Derby a further 5 points. There's a big gap at the top of the table, and yeah, I think we are going to win this easily, but there is 20 more games to play, or 19 I believe, out of the 46 game season. And in the next episode we have a double cup. We have Doncaster in the Papa John's, Aston Villa in the FA, and Accrington and Peterborough to come. Hope you've enjoyed. Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. Bye bye.